Awesome vegan chili party, awesome vegan chili party, awesome vegan chili con carne preparation for
Hi folks, you're watching BeatEater.com. Today we're going to bake this pillowy, soft whole wheat bread. It's the only bread I ever eat anymore. This recipe makes about 4 1-pound loaves, or about 3 dozen burger buns. I whip up a batch about once a month and keep the extra in the freezer until needed. So, let's get started. Start by measuring 4 cups of warm water. I'm using a quick read thermometer to ensure that I'm between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit, or 37 to 43 Celsius. Next, mix in 2/3 of a cup of agave nectar and 4 tablespoons of yeast. Set aside for about 5 minutes until the yeast begins to activate. Meanwhile, in the bowl of your mixer, add about 10 cups or 1,300 grams of flour, 1 cup or 100 grams of quick oats, 4 tablespoons or 40 grams of vital wheat gluten, and 1/2 teaspoon or about 30 grams of salt. Mix the dry ingredients together and then form a well in the center. Pour 2/3 of a cup of oil into that well. Put the bowl in your mixer and connect the dough hook. By now, the yeast mixture should have begun to foam, so you can begin adding it slowly to your mixer as it runs on a medium speed. My Von Chef mixer has speeds 1 through 6, so I'm starting at speed 3. After 5 minutes, increase the speed to your mixer's highest setting. For me, that's a 6. The dough should begin to form a ball and pull away from the sides of the bowl. If you find that you've added too much liquid, add flour about a tablespoon at a time until the dough ball forms. Continue kneading for about 10 minutes until the dough becomes elastic and springy. If you don't have a mixer, you can always combine these ingredients in a bowl and knead by hand. Just be sure to set a timer and knead for a minimum of 10 minutes. Now, turn your dough out onto a floured surface and knead a few times. Divide the dough and shape it into loaves or hamburger buns. My dough ball is about 3,000 grams. I find that about 750 to 800 grams of dough is the perfect amount for my loaf pans, and about 90 to 100 grams of dough makes the ideal sized hamburger buns. I'm going to make an 800-gram loaf and about 2 dozen burger buns with whatever is left over. Place your loaves in well-greased loaf pans. Place your buns in a sheet pan that's lined with parchment paper or a light coating of oil. The best way to ensure a uniform size is to weigh each bun on a kitchen scale. Cover all with lightly floured towels or sheets of plastic wrap. Allow your breads to rise for about 1 hour or until they've doubled in size. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 Celsius. While the oven's coming to temperature, score each bread very gently with a sharp knife or razor blade. Bake for about 30 to 40 minutes. I find that buns tend to be perfect after about 30 to 35 minutes, but loaves need a full 40 minutes. Keep an eye on them. You know they're done when they've reached an internal temperature between 190 and 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 88 to 93 Celsius. Transfer your breads to a cooling rack and allow to cool completely before storing in airtight containers. If wrapped properly, your breads will keep for up to 3 months in the freezer. I really hope you'll give this recipe a try. It is so good. Head over to BeatEater.com for the full written recipe. Link is in the description box below. If you try it, please let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more toothsome recipes. Ciao!